Is quick brief. The last class, I just make a brief on that. The last class, what we understood after the theoretical part of EC2, the purpose and all those things, the pricing calculations, and the parameters to launch a machine. We have done something on practically lab, how to launch Linux and Windows, how to connect, what is RDP, what is SSH, and what exactly security group, how Amazon is providing a security group to your EC2 like connection. We have seen about this protection also, the firewall as a host level firewall, and we have seen something about what a kind of launching, connecting, and a basic operation: start, terminate, restart. Right? We have done this kind of operation. And then we did something on what the summary, how to check the information about the EC2 after launching, what date it was launched, what exactly it having, it's a Linux or Windows, or what exactly is going to be what, which network, which subnet, and I want to see something about its private IP and public IP. So these all things are we have done on the last class as a general kind of things. Now the second lab I'm going to explain you. Let's understand here one by one here. These are the things like what we did earlier, the last class. Launch Linux and Windows on AWS, and what is RDP and SSH differences. Launch Linux with user data bash script. I have given assignment as a shell script, that is PowerShell. To launch the Windows and to make execution of your PowerShell command. To install IIS. Reconfiguring of your kind of machine EC2 again. How to protect with termination protection options. How to enable and how to disable it. How to start and stop or terminate the machines when it's not used. Summary of EC2 instance. Now, I hope assignment you have done about Windows and Linux and the PowerShell script. Have you done? Yes.
Yeah, but Ubuntu is like unable to
Why
come.
I'm asking right here, if you have any concern, if you have any problem, you can ask. So I can patch up and I can jump to next topic. That's why.
Yeah, we have tried for Ubuntu, but it's not connecting.
Ubuntu is not connecting. Shall I say
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay, I'll do that one. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Ibn. Next one,
Yeah.
please. Do you have any kind of concern while doing some practicals? Zoha or Zohra, or you can say Sunny, Sani.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you, Zoha?
Fine, sir. What about you?
That's wonderful. But I want like your regularity and dedication, right? Please be on the time and regularity, okay? Zoha?
Yes, sir. From tomorrow, sure, I'll. Yesterday I was a bit busy, so I couldn't.
No problem. No worries. Please. That's it. Now, on the request of this, Ibn said that he's not able to go for Ubuntu. Zohra, do you got any kind of options or any kind of problem in Ubuntu?
Actually, I have did with only EC2. I have not connected through SSH, sir. While launching, we are getting two options for that. So I have done with one only. The second, while going, we should give a command something in that. So I was not getting. So I did with one only.
Okay. The connection point is different, launching point is different, right? I'll show you all those things. The
Yes, sir.
concept you have to understand this
Okay.
diagram. When you connect with putty or something, security group is concerned. Key pair is very important, right? Security group should allow what? SSH, whether it Linux, Red Hat Linux, AWS Linux, Ubuntu. SSH is by default a protocol which allow the Linux machine to be connected remotely and managed. And RDP is a protocol which need to be allowed on the Windows machine to remotely connect and manage the Windows server. So now the common operation, I'll just go for what my EC2 instance like services. I'll just go for Ubuntu machine here. and I'll select Ubuntu here, right? It's going to Ubuntu server 2020.4 instance type and keep here. I want to create something here. Ubuntu keep here. I want to go for PEM file and default network. Security group is, you can see that here, SSH, right? So I'm not enabling this protocol, and later anytime you can change this rules of your security group, which traffic you want to allow. Storage, I'm going with the same default 8 GB. Same, almost same like a AWS Linux, right? Red Hat Linux. But when you go for Ubuntu, the commands may be sometime differ. That means difference between Red Hat Linux and Ubuntu. There are different commands, operation or syntax will be different, but mostly same operation. There is no worries. Public key and private key. Okay, it's running now. I'll say connect. When I say connect, SSH and EC2. I'll go for EC2 right now. And the username is what? Remember this point. The username is not EC2-user as we have done with AWS Linux. It is Ubuntu. Username is what? Default Ubuntu. So I'm connecting here. So launching and connecting is the same procedure what I did earlier. Yes, it's able to connect here now. And it's saying something here. To run command as administrator, user root. That means default for basically you can see any Linux. We have done Linux, right? Sudo user, regular user, root user. We know that root user is the administrator. So it's saying that Ubuntu comes with absolutely no warranty to the extent permitted by the application law. That means your Ubuntu is a user. By default, is a regular user. If you want to perform administration tasks, you have to log in as a root. To run a command as administrator or user root, use sudo and the command. That means by default is saying Ubuntu is a kind of basically what? Is a sudo user. That's why it's saying that's use sudo command. And if you want to give more details, document, you can say man is a command in Linux to do manual. Manual means a document on the root command, root user. Now, if I say, if I want to, like here you can say, I'm just connected here now. So if I want to run something, cat, etc, OS release, same command in AWS Linux also. Is saying about your OS release. What exactly is Debian? Debian is nothing but a Ubuntu. The name is what? Ubuntu. Version 22. You got an idea. Now I'm going to go for what? mkdir command. mkdir Java. I'm able to create. There is no differences between the command more. ls command is done. If I want to go for sudo yum install, I want to go for httpd software. It says not command found. Red Hat and like your AWS Linux, it's the same kind of family. It does not, that Ubuntu does not support yum. So in spite of that, you have to go for what? apt. Apt install. It's not http package. Package name also different here. Apache 2. Apache 2 is a kind of web server, a kind of package. If you install this software, your Ubuntu become as act as what? Web server. You see here. Yes, it's giving yes. Do you want to continue installing? You understand now? The command mostly mkdir and regular commands work same way, but yum and apt is a difference. And now next one. I just connected from here. It's done. Now I want to go for what? Connecting from Putty software. PuttyGen. I want to go for loads. So I have given something here. Ubuntu. Then I'll say private key. Same kind of thing, right? Ubuntu. I want to save it. And done. Now, क्या करो मन जो वेब नाम है ना सॉफ्टवेयर अपने ट्रेडिंग का नाम वो बाहर लगाना जो लिखवा था ये लिखवा था यहाँ जॉबों के बारे में आना जॉब आपके बारे में fine. So now here I'm just connecting with a putty software. So what you have to do is putty, and what is the username you have to give now? Given two, but it's not easy to user. And what do you have to give? You can see here I'm going to go for my machine and I'm going to go copy the public IP here, public IP, and the same SSH authentication, the authentication credentials, browse it, Ubuntu PPK, open it, it will say do you want to accept it? Yes. Is it clear now? Even is clear?
Yes, sir.
So what was the error you were getting?
Yeah, actually, I didn't done this things. I just
Fine.
connected like a Linux.
It's the same process, right? There's no kind of
Yeah, for user, I didn't write it like that. I just wrote like a EC2 minus user, not like Ubuntu.
fine. And whenever you're sitting, EVN is 7, all are sitting in one place. When you're connecting to the session, so I recommend that disable your sound speaker, and only one person should have what mic should be unmute and mute. All should be muted, so everyone can talk each other. There is no echo command. Echo will not come. Right? Do these things.
Yeah, sure.
No, fine. I appreciate. I encourage people who ask the question, who clarify the question. Right? I'm ready here to give you all most of the solutions, whatever your questions, queries. Now, we're going to go with
Sir, even I had doubts regarding the Windows 2022.
So let me ask.
Was
Right. Go ahead fast.
Yeah, it
And
was.
please be on 8 p.m. Please.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Sorry for being late. And my doubt was I did not use any.
Can you
I
please
just
louder,
created
please?
the
I'm
key pair.
sorry. Bit louder, please.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, now that's clear.
So I did not use any putty agent for connecting. So I was getting error while connection. Like after launching the 3 servers of Windows, I was not able to access to the by using RDP only protocol. I have done it, but after it, I did not. I was not able to log in into the remote desktop.
Yes, that's good question. Now here you have to use word. You're not going to use putty or puttygen in Windows. Windows does not require puttygen. By default, there's a tool called what RDP client, right? Or else,
Yes,
once you
sir.
download the RDP file here, that file is enough to connect, execute it. So you're not able to connect.
No, I was not able to connect, sir.
Okay, now I'll show you demonstration, right? I'm here with the launch instance.
Sir, do you want me to share the screen because it's already ready?
No problem, no problem.
Okay, sir.
Because if you're good fast and it's good. Because you have a problem, I'll just explain so everyone can see that. Do
Sure,
one
sir.
thing. You want to share your screen? Go ahead. Quickly, please.
1 second.
1 second is done. Don't say 1 second, please. Give me some time. It's okay.
You may continue, sir. Then I have to open the console.
Please, please go ahead.
So I have launched the three servers of Windows by using RDP protocol in Ohio region, and yesterday I have stopped it.
Please go ahead. You can just whatever you have stuck, you can go from there.
Yes, sir.
And always, when you're doing practice, I recommend you terminate. Right? Don't stop it. I recommend you
Yes, sir.
terminate.
Yeah, I had to stop because I was stuck here. That's the reason.
Okay, please, no problem. Instant state. Why do you want to start all three machines? Amazon says 30 plus 30 plus 30, 60 GB you're using storage.
Okay, sir.
Amazon says that you're using a kind of EC2 machine, three machines. So it's good to have. When it's not required, don't use it.
Sure, sir.
You can terminate two machines. Select two machines, instant state, and terminate. Just keep only one machine for a demonstration or your practice.
So when I'm trying to open this public IP address,
Mm-hmm.
so it should give me that remote desktop, right?
No. The remote desktop, you have to go for connect. Go to connect. RDP client. Click on RDP client here. Yes. Scroll down. Just download remote desktop file here.
Oh, okay.
It's downloaded, right? So now go for get password.
Yes, sir.
It's downloaded.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Go ahead with get password. Click on get password. Upload the key file, private key file of your Windows. Have you remember? Windows
Yes, sir.
KP1. Windows KP1.
Yes, sir. It is
Zip M
already
file.
here.
APK is not required here.
Okay. So what should I upload it here?
Yes, Windows KP1. The file. No. Not type. Upload private
Okay,
key
okay.
file. That means the private key what you have downloaded while launching the machine.
Downloading the machine just now, sir.
You know, whenever you launch the machine, definitely you have created a key pair, right? So go for this, upload private key, go to download and check the name of what? Key pair is what? Windows KP1. Check out on the browser. Upload
I
private key
created it
file. Click on
yesterday.
this. Are you able to see?
No,
Windows
sir.
KP1, all files. Select all files and say Windows KP1. Yes, and decrypt it. Right, scroll down, okay. Private, it's not a key. What you have given, it says that key is not valid. Again, upload it. Check out your key name
Okay.
properly. Its name is what? Windows KP1. Scroll, decrypt. Oh, it's again column. The file what you're passing
Yes, sir.
is not a correct file. No problem.
Maybe.
You just do again, like after deleting all those things, you can just do it again. Okay?
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Close your sharing. Anyone having any issues, please? The topic is what? Today's topic is I want to make this machine. The customer says we are new to that business and we are a startup company and we want to host an application, our application to be hosted on cloud. We want to take, initially we don't have much budget and we don't have much traffic. So they want to host a website. So they have a kind of like normal static website. Okay, they want to host a website, school website or something example. So they want to say that it's a static website. So they want to go for hosting a website. So I want to make my EC2 machine Linux as a web server. If I want to do this, how can I go with that? The customer says we have a low budget, and the customer says the traffic is less. We don't have much traffic to the application. So I just decided to go for EC2 service. Okay, when it's a dynamic application, remember this point, make a point. If it is a dynamic application, the differences between dynamic application and static application, remember this point. The application which does not have, which does not take input from the user is called static application. That means I'm just giving a website example here. I have a website here. I'll say Cloud Infotech, aws.azure.com, and we have a kind of a mechanic kind of Saiduba auto mechanic spare parts. So this website about us, services, gallery here, and contact. So we have different options, right? And we have another website here. You say I have a Legion cutter. So the kind of website which is basically for glass and aluminium company. It's a static website, only audio, videos, the vision, the missions. It's everything is basically on the projects, what they have done. So this is all about only about contents. It does not take login option. This does not have like you can say that payment option, search option, registration option. Does not in this website. That means a kind of static website. But when you go for Google, is it static or dynamic? Dynamic, because user input something,
Dynamic.
right? And if you want to go for Google, Gmail, dynamic, Facebook, dynamic, WhatsApp, dynamic, input and output, input and output. The website we take, Flipkart, payment gateway, login, registration, search options, filtration, lot of things. That website we take input and output, that is dynamic application. And static website, which does not take input from the user. It's a kind of only advertisement website, video, audio, photos, contains about us, contact us, our services, our projects, right, our clients. You just want to display or you want to have a profile of your company. So now the customer want to have a dynamic application, you definitely go for EC2. But when you have a static website, the best and cheapest way is what? S3. S3 the best and cheapest way and easy to go for S3 as a service of Amazon, which can be in 3-4 steps, everything is done. But when you go for dynamic application, that you have to go for what? EC2 machine. So now, I'm taking example of this, and the developer want to go with this, and developer says that you're ready, and our application is ready. Now I want to host a website on this machine. The developer has given some code, source code here. So he want to deploy onto the web server. So this machine should act as a what? Web server. If I want to make this web server, so I need to install on this Linux, that is what? Nginx or HTTPD. These two packages are common in the Linux machine. Nginx is going to be a kind of best application which is used by Facebook and WhatsApp and a lot of companies using what? Nginx as a web server. HTTPD also is there, but you have a lot of features and security on what? Nginx. So your choice, you can go for installing Nginx or HTTPD. So we'll go for both and I'll show you both packages. So now, it's a basically management and all the parts will be done by Linux administrator. but you should have some basic idea how to install, how to configure it. That's it. So now I want to make this Linux as a web server, and I want to host a website. I'll take sample of website, a template code, a template which is from our side. We'll take it, right? So now what you required to host a website, you need to decide type of application. If it is a dynamic application, so you have to prefer what? EC2 machine. If it is a static application, then you have to go for S3 service, the best and cheapest way. So we going with what? Dynamic application kind of example. So we want to go for what? Here. What do you need required? You need what? EC2 Linux server, because they're very cheaper. I want to go for Linux. And I want to install HTTPD application package. I want that website data, right? So I'll go for template here. We have a template, we'll go for a website template and we'll just source it. Okay, now let's start. We have a Ubuntu machine. I'll just want to terminate this machine. I want to work on AWS Linux, that is Red Hat Linux or something here. I want to say give web server name, AWS Linux, EC2, and a key pair I want to create. Web server KP1, download. Default network I'm taking, and security group I have to give what? HTTP. Remember this point. The differences between HTTP and HTTPS. Both are basically a protocol for an application. If you want to access from browser any application, HTTP, HTTPS can be required. But HTTPS is more secure than HTTP. In a traditional way, we used to have HTTP. Right now, every website is hosted on HTTPS. Because of what? Encryption. The data will not go in a plain format, or else your hacker will attack as a man in middle attack. That means the risk of data integrity. The data can be changed in between the hackers. Example, I'm sending an email to my I have application. I'm sending some email to my secretary, and I'm saying that please forward or transfer the US dollar. That is, I want to say $1 million US to XYZ person, to XYZ account. I email it to my secretary. In between, if I transfer the data, if I host a website on HTTP protocol and all the traffic is accessing with this protocol, so it's going to be plain format. So in the hacker will sniff your packets. Sniffing nothing but a what? Sense your packets and scan your packets in between before reaching to secretary. And it will do what? It will change the account number. That's it. Account number, account name. And your secretary believes that email comes from you, and they'll forward what? $1 million US to you, the hackers. So that's possible. That is called integrity. Risk of your data. Integrity. That means integrity can be disturbed. So it's very important. Always give access to the website through what? HTTPS. But right now we are not going for HTTPS. We need to do other certificate services also. That's why we are doing first time. That's why I'm going with this. But it is not highly recommended as a security concern. As a security compliances, you should not go for HTTP. Definitely in interview, definitely they'll ask about how do you differentiate between HTTP and HTTPS. What I have given example, you can give this. If you transfer or if you transmit the data of your application from your server, it is with HTTPS. So it's going to be encrypted. Man and middle attack, it's not easy to attack. It's not going to be disturb your data. Now I'm just going for HTTP, and I'm taking this kind of thing, 8 GB. Once it's launched, then I'll go for what? I'll make this machine as a what? Web server. First launch it with the protocol of what? HTTP permissions. Steps. You say what? Launch AWS Linux with HTTP allow in security group, and then what? Connect it. Install HTTP package to make Linux as a what? Web server. Second step. Third step is what? Copy website source code to our www HTML location. Remember, these are kind of home directories, kind of like your site directory where you copy the data of the source code of the website. So now you got an idea about where to keep the data on a HTTPD or Nginx. The default location. Interview question they'll ask this. Make a pen, paper ready. The source code on a web server of Linux, whether HTTPD or Nginx, the default location is var www HTML. Okay. Now I'm just going with this server. I'm going to connect it, and I'm going to go for what? Connecting here. Then the second step is what? Installing the software, right? How do you do that? You know very well about this command. Sudo yum. First unit update. It's good to go for what? Update the operating system. If it is updated up to date, you go for what? Sudo yum. Install HTTPD software. I did this. Done. Completed. Then I'll say what? Systemctl start, because we know very well about after installing the HTTPD, you will start this HTTPD service, or else it will not be accessible. The website cannot be served. You have to enable, because after restart also it should be in a start position. That's why we have to enable it. In interview they can ask you what is the difference between start and enable. Start is only a kind of one-time start, but if you restart the server, if you stop and start the server, your server gets stopped, your service gets stopped. So to restart again, we need to do enable. If you do enable, so always it keep your HTTP as a start position. If you want to check confirm, you go for what? Status HTTPD. So it's working or not. You can see here it's saying active and running. Oh, wonderful. That's it. We want that its service should be running active. And now we have to go forward. I want to download some application. Example, my developer has given a kind of location. It can be your S3. In real time, all the developers go forward storing into S3. So we need to get from the S3 to EC2 server, right? So right now we have not stored into the S3. So we'll go forward. A kind of website online, freecss.com. In this, they're offering some kind of website here. So I'll just take one website sample here. I'll go with this. I'll just select this doctor. This website. This looks like a dynamic application which has a lot of search options. A plan, holiday plan, travel agency. Okay. So here I'm not going to click download. I'll say what? Copy link address, because I want to go for Linux, not for Windows. And I'll say what? Paste, right click and paste it. Done. But where do you want to do? Where do you want to paste? You say what? -p. Where? var www HTML. But when you do this, it's very important. This is the system location. Var is a system directory. You cannot execute with var directly with a like normal user. You should be a sudo. You download it. Yes, it's downloading, and it's saying that it's going to keep into where? Which location? Okay, saying that what HTML is missing. Oh, what is this? I have not done installation. Check out what we have done. A mistake here is saved in different location. Okay, what we have done is we have missed a kind of options capital P. When I go for capital P, let's see, it's now saying what HTML. It's saved as a list trace.zip file. Okay, so my intention to keep there. So what I'll do, I'll go with this location. I'll say ls. You know this Linux command. I hope so. Like everyone did Linux. How to check the directory, how to come out from the directory, right? How to extract from the compression, how to unzip it. We know that. Unzip. Mistress. But whenever you're working in var, you have to go for sudo. It's very important, please. Done. Once you have done this, you say ls, you see that one blue color directory called normal regular directory. You say zip. So what I want to do is, I want to move sudo mv, I'll say list trace, and I'll say what? v1, the directory, default directory. I want to say star, whatever it has, I want to move to where? If I say dot, it will move to this location only, same location. You see here, when I say this, you got these new files, index.html, ss directory, and you have readme.txt, right? That's the way you do extract. Remember this point. What we have done, copy the website, and with the help of what code? You go for wget URL -p and say var www HTML. You did. Now you go for what? var www HTML. Then you have to go with this, and you have to go for sudo unzip, and what is that file name, right? .zip file. You have to unzip it. Once you have done, move test 33 something, whatever the version, whatever the name of the directory. Then go for what? Star. And it's good to go for what? Sudo. And then you have to say dot means same directory. I want to move to same directory. So all the contents will be moved to a HTML directory. Once it's done, your job is done. You have hosted your code into your, you uploaded the code into your the directory part of your website, web server, the default web server directory, hosting directory we can say. Now it's time to go for what? Test from external network. I want to see that my web server Linux is able to browse or host the website or not. I want to check it. So make sure what? Your security group should have what? Allow HTTP. Or else you have to do again HTTP protocol. Now if it is okay, then copy public IP of the server, paste in a browser. You'll see what? Index page. Index means home page, you can say. Home page of the website. If you do not see, that means troubleshooting. How do you troubleshoot? Website not found or available. The means is what? Check what? HTTPD installed or not, or service started, running or not. Then copied source code, default location or not, var www HTML. You have to keep in this location only, and make sure your source code should have what? Index.html. If you do not have this file, it cannot be browsed. That means these are the reasons. These are the reason for making this website unavailable, not found. Or make sure that security group, allow HTTP protocol from anywhere. These are the things you have to check. When everything's okay, there's no problem in your browsing. You'll get definitely. Let's check. I'll copy this public IP. I'll go for browser. I'll paste it and I'll just enter. So I want to that have website. Yes, I got a least stress. He's saying English, US dollar or euro or BDT or something here, and he's saying about, do you want to review? Do you want to blog? You want to go for blog, or you want to go for sign in? You want to register? These all options are given here. Everything is working on now. Explore it, review, blog, contact. It's working single page. So when you're off, you're saying what? Restaurant, location. You want to search. This application helping the users best place to find and explore that all you need. You landed to Canada, right? And you don't know about the Canada. So you have application they have created for you to locate a specific hotel, specific location. You want to see how many hotels are there, food, restaurant, or pubs, or automobiles, or something you want to know. So the website can give you, this application can give you in a very short way. Is it clear? Now you can type this website, yep, this number.
Yes, sir.
Check out, because a worldwide publish, you can share to your friends and everyone and say that I hosted a website in AWS cloud. Please check out the application is working or not from your side. 3.144.98.242. Please check out and confirm me whether it's working or not. Every worldwide it should access. It's a simple way process, but we have to understand security. We have to understand the performance. Slowly we'll go. But now only we have done what? Hosting a website on EC2. Done?
Yes, sir. I checked it. I got it.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yes, sir.
confirmation. Anyone here? Do you have any problem accessing?
Yes, sir, I also got it.
Thank you. So I don't want to require this machine now. What I'll do? I'll terminate it. But if I want to do backup of this server, so what should I do the backup? It says about what? Here, basically we say what? Snapshot. If I want to give the backup of this server, so I'll select this server. Example, I'll not select this. I'll say create snapshot, but it will ask, what do you want? I want an instance server. Which instance? It will show all the instance, even to web server or something. So I want to do this web server. I'll say web server of Canada or Canadian, right? And here, that means what you have done, you have created a snapshot. Snapshot is nothing but a what? A backup of your server, this server, entire backup, server backup, operating system, application, data, everything is backup here. That is called backup snapshot. If you want to do what, again, you can see that tomorrow, like it's working fine, everyone is happy with this job, and someone like appreciated your work and you hosted very fast, and everyone is happy with your work. Done. Customer says appreciation letter to you. That's wonderful. Now, you got what? You got a call after 15 days or 1 month or 3 months, and they sent an email and they said that, I'm sorry, we want to migrate from Ohio. We want to place into Australia because we are getting good response from the Australia. A lot of customers coming from Australia, not from Ohio, right? We are not having good business here. We want to migrate our server to Ohio to what? Australia or India example. India is getting good response. So customer is requested for you. So what do you do? Yes, sir, no worries. Definitely will do in a very quick manner. Migration become very in a tips. Earlier it was very complicated job, but now cloud make very easy for you. Just select this instance, go to this, these things. You can say what? Image and templates, create image nothing but a clone, exact copy of the server. Web server, Ohio, right? So the Canadian client. I want to go for this and say backup and say create image. What is image? Image is an exact copy of your server, operating system, application, data, everything. So once you have done your backup image of your server, image nothing but a clone. You can say clone of the server. You can see here in this images option, AMI. You see the name is what? Web server Ohio. And it's doing what? It's pending. It is not ready till now. It's pending, just you have to wait. What you have to do is just select it, an action, and you have to say copy AMI. That's your job. Migration become in 3 steps. You do. And backup also you do very fast. On the same window, you select, you just go for snapshot and create a snapshot with the instance. That's it. Backup is very important in real time. If something tomorrow your server got crashed or something, or your server backup is available, you can recover very soon. We can restore very soon. It saves downtime. So now if I go for copy AMI, and if I say which region, is asking about region. So the customer says what? Go for Mumbai, right? Mumbai, we are getting from India, good response. Not from there. So what I'll do, I'll transfer it Mumbai. And I say copy AMI. Oh, it's saying that it's running. Till now it's not available. Storage for the AMI is not available in this source region.
Sir, what about the charges for backup?
As I said, backup is basically storing, right? Backup is a word,
Yeah.
GBs. So storage charges. It will
Yes,
charge
sir.
very less because it's storing into what? S3 backend.
Okay,
1
sir.
GB what we have seen. Like we'll see that storage. We have not seen that storage. We'll see that storage part. But it's a very cheapest backup cost compared to our on-premises. It is using background a service called what? S3. And now it's saying failed to copy. It's not available here. So we'll go forward. Hyderabad is there now. So we'll take example of what? Not Virginia. Just take a sake of example quickly. And it says what? AMI copy operation for initiated. If you just click it, you can switch to what? Not Virginia. So I click, and the AMI is transferred from Ohio to not Virginia. When it's transferred, when it's available, it's pending now. When it's available, just click on this and say what? Launch instance from AMI. It is ready as it is what you have the data application here in the Ohio. That's the procedure we need to migrate. You have to select this one. So as it is, whatever it has, same thing, duplicate it as it clone. And then after that, you terminate this machine. Deregister this instance first. AMI. First deregister this AMI. Delete it or something, deregister. Deregister. And go forward, instance. I don't want this instance also because already we transferred, terminate. Now the customer, until you have given the IP address or details of the server, you should not terminate, or else all the users who are connected to this website will be disconnected. Then you can use what? Launch instance. So this way you can go for migration. This is a common operation, right? So as I said, common operation about this. And now what we have done, how to take a backup. Backup of what? Web server quickly. So you can say what? Go to what? EBS, Elastic Block Storage. Then you have to take a snapshot here, and you have to select instance. Then you have to select your web server, and then you have to say create a snapshot. That's it. Very simple. And how to migrate it? If a customer don't want to go with this primary location, migrate to Ohio to Mumbai, or you can say North Virginia if you want to go. How do you do that? Select web server instance, go to action, image template, create an image, then go for what? What do? You just give a name it, web server Ohio, then create image, wait till available in AMI section, then select AMI machine image and do what? Action, and then say what? Copy AMI and select other region where you want to transfer. That's it. So you have done. Then you have to do what? Go to other region where you have transferred. Then select it and say launch instance using this AMI. And finally you have to what? Delete a primary instance or high instance and give a link of what? New servers to your clients, users, right? That's it. Any questions here? We have done today
No, sir.
about hosting a website on a Linux here, and we said about how the commands will work. Then we have taken a backup, and we have taken what? Migration. After a few months or something, they requested to migrate. So how do you do that? That's a question. Any question for me now? Steps I'll give, no worries.
No, sir.
Keep a pen paper ready. Understand the scenarios, when to go for migrate, what is migrate, and why people require a migration here. The when requested comes to you. What is snapshot? Why do you back up it? Because of disaster recovery, DR solution. That means if something happened unplanned, your disaster, your server is not working, then you have to go for a restore, recovery of the server quickly in order to make your application online. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Fine. So I'm concluding sessions. Please do it. And it's a step-by-step three actions I have given: hosting, backup, and migrate. Understand the concept. Do it. I'll give a steps also. I hope earlier I have given some kind of PDF. It's helpful for you. Give a feedback.
Sure, sir.
Easy to have given some PDF, right? Evan, Seven here. Other people here, Sani, Rishabh,
Sir.
Zohra, have you seen the PDF what I have forwarded to you? To learn about a definition and all those things, to understand the launching of instance, Linux and Windows.
No, I will check, sir.
Okay. Fine. I'm concluding sessions. Take care. Thank you for joining. So I appreciate the questions what you're asking in a group. Zohra, are you active or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you received PDF on your group?
Yes, sir. Received, sir.
You have to respond. Okay. And then Sunny, are you
No, sir, I didn't get.
attending? Are you doing practical or not?
Yes, sir, I'm practicing.
Please, it's very important.
Yes, sir, I have done the yesterday assignment also.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Huh? Take care.
Okay,
Bye.
sir.